I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like, I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC. In the building, literally. She's here right now. She's in the background chilling. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to April with her sexy ass. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, who else we got up in here? Shout out to Wicked Scorpion, Mike Chain in the building, Matthew LaRoche. What's going on? Duke Alex, Monogamous Player is in the building. Mike Chain is in the building. What's going on with you? Tori is in the building. Armani is in the building. What's going on with you? Scotty, two hotties up in here. Beloved, what's popping? Aussie, Captain Creator, Phoenix is in the building. Joe Blast is in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Joe Blast. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to June Sports. Man, appreciate you here, man. Scales Fitness in the motherfucking building. Steve O'Baby is here. Ola Femi is here, man. Shout out to you. What's going on? Walker Toxic Ranger is in the building. What's going on? Ludway is here. Blastomatic. What's good? Chris M. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to my dude High Profile in the building. All right, so today, guys, we're going to be talking about 7 things women do that mean absolutely nothing. Oh, we're gonna get into this. We are gonna get into this. We about to get into this, but before we get into all of that, though, y'all already know what we got to do. So let's just do it and get the shit cracking. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just do this. So let me bring this up real quick. Make sure that you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. To get your masculine identity soap, get the parfum, get the shea butter, go to CunninghamElements.com so that you can change your motherfucking life. Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com. You feel what I'm saying? Get this online dating consultation with myself and April, because on the online dating consultation, guys, we are going to fix your pictures on the call. We are going to fix your bio on the call. We are going to teach you the messages that you need to send on the call. You understand what I'm saying? We're basically doing this whole shit for you. So all you got to do is copy and paste your bio. You got to copy and paste the messages. And then we tell you which types of pictures to use that you already have. And then the new ones that you actually are going to need to take to make things go off. So make sure that you guys go get this online dating consultation at shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys go get the massive game collection at shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys do that. Get that going. 24 products for one low price. Make sure you guys get that cracking. And also, guys, master the vetting process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. If you do not know how to vet women, you are slipping and sliding in this game, and you are going to fuck up. I guarantee it. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why it's very, very important to learn how to vet women, because if you don't know how to do this, it's going to be a wrap for you out here in these streets. I'm just going to tell you right now. But anyway, so also make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you do that shit.
Just do it.
So that you guys can get on the Masculine Identity Membership, get on the Zoom calls with Miles, you feel what I'm saying? And also make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com, because right now on the Bad Boy Membership, we have Master Sexual Conversations, 5 ways to get comfortable talking sexually with women. That's on the Bad Boy Membership right now. And we also have 5 advanced ways to build sexual tension on the Bad Boy Membership right now. You can also get how to attract women who will give you gifts and money on the Bad Boy Membership right now. You can also get how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women on the Bad Boy Membership right now. 7 ways you'll consistently stay on a woman's mind on the Bad Boy Membership right now. 10 ways to get women to prove they're interested in you on the Bad Boy Membership right now. It's all there, man. The correct way to have short-term relationships on the Bad Boy Membership right now. How to sleep with women in less than an hour on the Bad Boy Membership right now, and much, much more. Listen. The Bad Boy Membership is chock full of game. You understand? The game is so heavy on there, Because listen, man, I'm trying to get you guys to really understand this game out here, so you don't be out here like some suckers, in the friend zone, like some suckers that's getting used for attention, and some suckers that are tricking out here. So I want to get you guys well versed in the game so that you know how to make shit happen for you. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get that shit cracking now. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 things women do that mean absolutely nothing, and why you're confused about attraction, right? Now, what I want to say about this is that the reason why most of you guys will be confused out there, or why most guys are confused, is because they think that any type of attention that a woman gives them, right, or anything that a woman does when she's interacting with a man means that she's interested. So a lot of guys think that just because a woman is, talking to them, calling them, even sometimes a chick might be flirting with you. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. And they think that, this means that the woman, wants me. Like this, I got this in the bag. This is going to go down. Right. But what happens is that a lot of times women just do shit, right, for attention. Women just do shit because they're bored, right? Women are doing things based on their own agenda. And so what I'm saying is that these things mean nothing, because it's not going to actually get you to the point where you're having sex with these girls that you're sexually attracted to, right? See, the only thing that means anything is when a woman is taking action that's leading to sex. You understand? So if what she's doing is not leading to sex, then it means nothing. You understand? This is what I keep trying to tell you guys. And we're going to get into these 7 things today, because there's a lot we got to talk about, because I'm noticing, and this is the thing. There's a lot of dudes on the internet who watch the loser porn, right? They watch the loser content. And so there's a lot of guys that love the loser content, because a lot of guys identify with losers, right? And so what happens is that when you gravitate to the loser content, what happens is that you are basically digging yourself into a deeper hole of losing. And what happens is that the reason why guys are attracted to the loser content is because they don't have game. See, when you have game, you have an understanding of yourself, and therefore you understand situations that you are in with women to benefit you. Right. And when you're a loser, you don't know these things, and you're confused all the time, and you're very surface level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these things down so that when you see these things happening, you don't get gassed up and you don't think that anything is really going on, because it's not. So what I'm saying is that there are women out there who are going to do certain things that I'm going to talk about, but it doesn't mean that the woman actually is sexually attracted to you. It doesn't mean the woman's going to have sex with you. Doesn't mean the woman's actually going to come and see you, right? And so the most important thing is the woman taking action. If she's not taking action towards sex happening, none of it matters. See, this is what happens. most guys who are losers don't have attention or don't get attention from women. The most of the attention they get is, women putting them in the friend zone, or women just basically telling them a bunch of, bullshit to give them the runaround. So what happens is that a lot of guys are starved for attention from women. So when a woman gives them any type of attention, they take that shit and think that, oh my God, she likes me. Oh my God, this is the one. This is the situation. She really wants to fuck with me. And what I'm telling you is that a lot of y'all are going to be confused because you don't realize that some of the stuff that these women are doing means nothing. You understand? But we gonna get into that. We gonna, get it cracking and let you guys understand what's going on out here in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is this, right? Is when you guys are out here making shit go down, you got to understand that if you don't know the difference between a woman who is actually sexually attracted to you and a woman who's basically just using you for attention, then what's going to happen is that you're going to be fucked up out here in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? What's up? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, I was like, what are you like? April's over there like, she's like telling me about some other things. But so let's jump into this. Let's get into this, man. We're about to get into this. So now let's talk about, and this is in no order of importance. I just got this, 1 through 7, so we can break this down, right? Is that the first thing we have on the list when it comes to 7 things that women do that mean absolutely nothing. The first thing is talking to you. That's the first thing on the list. The first thing that we got on the list is women talking to you. You feel what I'm saying? And what you got to understand is this, is that a lot of guys think that just because a woman is talking to you, and when I say talking to you in any situation, meaning a woman talking to you that you approached, a woman talking to you on the phone, a woman talking to you at a party or an event, right? A woman talking to you at school, right? Exactly. A woman at work. It don't matter where the fuck it is, right? So what happens is that just because a woman is talking to you does not mean that woman actually is interested in you, right? And now this may seem obvious, but a lot of guys don't understand this. They think that just because a woman is talking to you, that she's interested in you. And the reason why a lot of guys think this is because there's a lot of guys who don't even get a situation where they're talking to women. Right? So most guys are scared to approach women, right? So then what happens is this. Because most guys are scared to approach women, you have a lot of guys who are not talking to women on a consistent basis. And so if a guy musters up the courage to go and talk to a woman, and the woman responds to him by talking back to him or just, having a conversation, he thinks the fact that she's talking to him, that means that she's interested. Now, he thinks this also because if he's getting a lot of rejections or women not wanting to even, give him the time of day, if a woman gives him the time of day, he thinks, oh, this woman must like me because she's talking to me now. And what I'm telling you is that a woman will talk to anybody. See, the other day I did a video about the online dating shit, right? And I was doing a response video where the dude in the video was talking about, oh, well, girls on these dating apps, they'll talk to these guys just because they're hot. And that's the only reason that they're making it happen, and see, looks matter and all this other shit, right? What you got to understand is women will talk to anyone. See, a lot of guys say shit like, oh, well, your looks get you in the door. No. See, what you got to understand is this, is that you do not need to be a good-looking guy to the woman for her to have a conversation with you. See, if you guys would actually go outside, go to a party, go to an event, go to a bar, go to a club, right? Go to the park, wherever. If you go out and approach women, women will talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? Women love to talk. But just because a woman is talking to you, it doesn't mean that she's interested in you sexually. You guys have to understand it. So what happens is that you guys will misinterpret a woman talking to you for her being interested in you sexually. No, she's just talking to you. Why? Because you're giving her attention, and you're giving her non-sexual attention. which is the attention that is hard for women to get. So what a lot of women do is this, is women can't, or I should say this, it's hard for women to get non-sexual attention that's genuine. So in other words, it's hard for a woman to get attention from a man non-sexually that is attention that a guy's giving her because he actually likes her. Right? Follow what I'm saying here. So now, what happens is this, is because it's hard for women to get non-sexual attention that's genuine, meaning that the guy actually gives a shit about, talking to her, interacting with her. What women will do is they'll try to get attention any way they can. So if a guy approaches her or talks to her at a party, event, club, bar, whatever, even if she's not interested in him, even if she's not attracted to him, even if she's not sexually attracted to that guy, right? She will still sometimes talk to that guy. Why? Because she wants a guy to talk to. And if you know how to have a conversation with a woman, oh, that's even better, because what's going to happen is that she's going to like the fact that you're giving her attention, you have social skills, and she's like, oh, cool, I get a guy that I can talk to for a little bit. But that does not mean that she wants to fuck you. So a lot of guys think, oh man, well, these good-looking guys have it easy because, well, she'll talk to the good-looking guy. And my response to that is, so the fuck what? Her talking to the guy does not mean she's going to fuck him. And this is what you guys have to understand. If you guys do not understand this, you're going to be confused, because then you're going to think that just because a woman is talking to you, that means that she's actually sexually interested in you. And then what you're going to do is that you're going to waste a lot of time dealing with a woman who is not interested in you sexually, but she's interested in talking to you. And again, this goes for any situation. This could be you talking on the phone with a woman. This is why getting a woman's phone number means nothing, because if you're just talking to the woman and she's not taking action in the direction of sex, it doesn't mean anything. You're just talking. You understand? See, let me say this real quick before I go on, right? Because I want you guys to understand what actually means something. And it's really simple. What actually means something when you're dealing with women is when a woman is following your lead where it's going to lead to sex. That's the only thing that matters. When you first meet women and a woman is following your lead that's going to lead to sex, that is the only thing that matters. So if you're talking to a woman and you're not giving her instruction, if you're not guiding her to sex and she's following, then none of what you're doing, it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys have to understand this. So what happens is, this is why so many guys get confused. This is why so many guys get frustrated. They're like, yo, I was talking to her for like 2 weeks and nothing happened. I got her phone number and I was texting her. We was going back and forth and then she just stopped replying. I was talking to this girl at a bar and, we were going back and forth. But then when I asked for her number, she was like, oh, and gave me all these excuses. Listen, I talked about a story before where one of my friends, he met this girl at this park, right? So she was like checking him out or whatever. And he went over and started talking to her. So he talked to this woman for an hour at a park. It was on a bench going back and forth for an hour, flirting, everything seemed all good, right? Then when he was ready to leave, he basically said to the girl, he's like, hey, you seem cool. We should like continue this. Like, let's get together and continue this. And then this chick said to this nigga, she says, well, I really like talking to you, but I can't see you because I have a boyfriend. So the entire time he spent a whole hour talking to a woman who has a boyfriend. He spent a whole hour going back and forth with a woman, talking, who was never going to have sex with him because she had a boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? So he wasted all that time talking and the chick got a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? You see why I'm saying that talking to the chick means absolutely nothing? You see what I'm saying? But see, a lot of guys, unfortunately, they're going to waste more time and give women more attention and then be on that bullshit. Right? So that's number one. And Stanley, you can call in at 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? So call in. Hold on. Did I put the thing at the top of the, I didn't put the joint at the top of the chat. Let me put the donation joint at the top of the chat. That's my bad. That is my bad. Let me pin this to the top of the chat. All right, cool. Now we got to pin to the top. So Stanley, it's pinned to the top. You can hit the Cash App or the PayPal. Donate $5 or more for a question. If you guys have any, questions you want to put in the chat, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to the end, questions at the end, and we'll get that going. You feel what I'm saying? So that's number one. Number one is, talking to a woman or a woman talking to you means absolutely fucking nothing. Right now, let's move on to number two. Now, this one's gonna probably confuse some of you guys. But let's take this call real quick. 647, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hello?
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, it's Rekka. I sent the PayPal.
All right, Rekka, you gonna have to, are you talking into the phone? Because you sound like you're on a speakerphone.
Hold on.
You got it.
Is this better?
Yeah, go ahead. What's going on? Appreciate the donation.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So, just a quick question. So how do I handle, because I'm in a weird situation right now, right? So, I've been dealing with a chick for a month now, almost.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, when I first was fucking her and shit like that,
mm-hmm.
The sexual chemistry was on point. We was fucking 5 times a day, whatever
mm-hmm.
it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then in that time, I fucked 3 other girls in that month. So I just fucked a girl a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably the best sex I ever had in my life as far as chemistry goes with this girl.
Uh-huh.
You understand? So then I go back to fuck the girl that's quote unquote my main chick. And it's almost like my shit is getting soft. You understand? And it's I can't even really fuck her the same. But and I know you're going to hate to hear this, but it's almost like I have some kind of emotion though with this girl, even though I barely want to fuck her no more. You understand? So how do I understand myself in that situation there? Because now it's I barely want to fuck her, but then I don't want to cut it off. But then, you know what I mean?
So wait. So the first, the chick you've been seeing,
yeah.
What about the situation makes you not want to smash? Just because you met the new girl? Is that what it is?
It's basically I was fucking. The last time I saw her, I went about a week without seeing her.
Mm.
And in that, I literally, the last time I saw her, I fucking the living shit out of her. But I just found that I had to get more. I had to basically find more energy to deliver it, basically. A couple of days ago when I saw her again, and in that time I fucked a new girl, and the sex with that girl was crazy. You understand?
So Rekka, how long did you know this first girl, the quote unquote main girl?
It's coming up on a month.
A month? That's it. How many times? How many times you smash this girl?
Actual sessions, or just how many times I saw her?
No. How many times have you met up with her to have sex?
Oh man, a lot.
Give me a number. Give me
probably
a number.
Let's say 4 weeks. I've probably seen her probably 12 times. Let's just say
12 times. God damn. In a month? Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so what y'all was doing more than just sex, right? Y'all was hanging out and cuddling and
yeah.
And
yeah, but it was crazy. We was doing all the anti-biblical type of sex shit. And she and she's squirting all over the bed, everything. And then now, after I had sex with that other girl, it's I don't know. It's like I like the other girl better, basically sexually. But maybe I have some kind of emotion for the first girl,
So
because I spent too much time with her.
This is the thing, man. This is the thing. The thing is that just in general, right? You're too needy, bro. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem with you. You always latch on to these women, and you make things about the women. You know what I'm saying? And you do way too much.
I wanted to ask that too, because I feel like for a guy that's able to easily just get women all the time, I shouldn't be having this issue where any female should have me even thinking about anything, you know. But it keeps happening. Is always a chick that this happens with, you know.
Right, but
Like
this is the problem.
I'll go 6 months.
Bareka, this is the problem, and has always been your problem. You're not having sex because you just want to have sex. You're having sex for validation, through neediness. You understand? You're doing all these things outside of just wanting to have sex and have a good time. And so this is why you get caught. And this is why you're so like emotional about this one chick. And this is why you feel a certain type of way. Cause now you're comparing the first chick to the new chick. And you understand what I'm saying? Like you're doing way too much. You're being needy in the situation. And that's why you're all in your emotions. Because each woman is a representation of you trying to fill some sort of need that you have. You understand what I'm saying? So the first girl, you're trying to fulfill this need of like, well, I need a girl here consistently. I want to like spend time with a woman. Then you meet this new girl, and now you got this new high. You feel what I'm saying? And so now you're chasing that new high. You see them like you're all over the place. So what I'm saying is that the main issue is that you got to stop making the shit about the women, bro. That's your main problem. You keep focusing too much on the women instead of just enjoying the situations for what they are.
When you say focusing on the women, what do you mean? Because, like, you mean like the leading shit, or do you mean like just putting too much thought into the female instead of myself?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're putting too much energy in worrying about the women. Do you see what I'm saying? And then that's causing you to feel a certain way based on you focusing on them. So the thing is this. When you have sex or you hooking up with these girls, right? Why are you doing it? Why are you hooking up with these women?
Most of it, I actually want to have sex.
Okay, so now
most of it, I know you keep saying validation, but most of it is like to actually fuck.
Okay, so now if you just want to fuck, why are you doing extra shit with the women you just want to fuck?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I first, the first girl, like when she first, like, oh shit, like I don't know, I felt some shit where I felt like talking to her and shit. Like I felt like I liked being around her and shit. And so that's probably why I started spending a little bit extra time. You understand? And so then next thing you know, I'm staying over her crib and all of that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is all this other shit that you're doing instead of just meeting the girl, hooking up, having a good time, and then be like, all right, I see you later. Like, that's it. Like, you're doing too much. That's the problem.
And you know what's so crazy? Like, this girl, I get the sense sometimes to pick up in her body language or like these little smiles or chuckles that she does, like she knows in a way that I have some kind of emotion for her. You know, even though I'm not saying shit, or she knows she can't get me to spend money or do no crazy sim shit, it's like she could just read. I don't know. I can't explain it, you know?
Bareka, remember, this is what you want, fam. This is why you keep doing all this. Bro, it's really simple. You're putting yourself
It's not what I want.
No, it is what you want. You're putting yourself in these situations. No one's telling you to spend a night with the girl and do all this other cuddling shit, but you're choosing to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You're like, well, I like her a lot more. So just because you like the chick, right, doesn't mean you still have to take the actions. Oh, you got so much shit happening in the background. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you're making the choice to do that. You see what I mean? So what I'm saying is that you're choosing to do extra shit, and then you feel a certain type of way based on your actions. You see what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is that stop putting yourself in the situation to do those things. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop yourself.
And then I stop feeling the emotional part.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Because what I'm saying is that, see, this is the thing. The way you're feeling, right, is you're taking action based on how you feel, which is feminine.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And not to cut you know what's so crazy? Because this is the same girl I called about a couple of days ago. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to have to charge this chick. And I blocked her fucking number. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just block her and pretend like nothing ever happened, right? And move on with my life. And then I remember just waking up like in the middle of the night and shit like that. Like, nah, like I can't cut it off.
You see, this is why all you guys need to stop having all this sex, because you guys have all this sex. Y'all don't, see, this is the funny part. Y'all say the women can't pair bond. And now I see why y'all say that shit, because y'all niggas be trying to bond like a motherfucker when y'all have sex. Like, y'all niggas just can't have sex. Y'all want to be all up under, you know what I'm saying?
Not me.
No,
not me. This has nothing to do with no sex.
It does. Bro, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you get emotional by all this casual sex you're having. Like, how the fuck you get so attached to a chick you've only known for 30 days?
But that's the thing. So I could go like 6 months of just fucking it. Normally in like 6 months, I probably would have fucked like at least like 25, pushing 30 women and not cared nothing about any of them. A bunch of one night stands, or maybe I had a fuck buddy, she falls off, whatever. And then then a girl like this will come along, and then I'll get sidetracked for like a month or two.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's a lack of game, because now what you're saying is that you're not consistent. You see what I'm saying? You're not consistent with yourself, because what's so special about this girl where she's now the one that you're a month or two in and feeling his way about her versus all these other chicks you just been fucking? What's so different about her?
I think maybe it's just a feeling that's different. I don't know.
That's all.
Maybe the vibe is just does something different to me that I like being around,
No, this what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Rekka, this is the thing. And we gotta move on in a second, but this is what I'm saying. What you're doing is not masculine, bro. You see? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know. I've been telling myself that too. Like, this is some pussy shit.
That's what I'm saying. So you're in your
but I can't
feelings,
get out of the headspace.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. You're feeling that way because of your mentality and your mindset. That's what I'm saying. Let me ask you a question. So this girl you're talking about that you've been seeing for a month, is she like generally hotter than the average girl you talk to?
Yeah, I'd say she's my type. She kind of looked like Vivica Fox.
You see what I'm saying?
Look like, you remember Vivica Fox in Kill Bill?
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that
like that
you meet certain women and then you put them on a pedestal and then you attach your feelings to the situation. That's your problem. So you don't stay the same dealing with all women. You meet another woman, you're like, she's the one. And you see what I'm saying? And that's where your neediness comes in. Your need for that particular woman or that type of woman is what makes you put her on a pedestal, and then now you're in your feelings with her. That's what women do. Women fuck around with a lot of dudes, talk to a lot of guys. They meet that one guy, and they're like, oh, he's him, and then they start getting emotional about them. You see what I'm saying? That's what women do, and that's what you're doing with these women. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that you got to get to the point. Well, first of all, you need coaching, like, since last year. Well, what I'm saying is that you need to stop like getting in your feelings. You got to learn and practice how to just hook up and keep the shit pushing, regardless of how the chick look or how hot you think she is or whatever the fuck it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, appreciate it.
All right, brother. All right, man. Appreciate the call, fam. Man, Rekka I swear, you guys, he's got these dudes be in their feelings like women. That's what. Exactly. You should just build a roster and call it a day. Build a roster and call it a day. Man, shit is crazy. But anyway, so, and guys, you can call in. Call the numbers 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. So let's move on to number 2. Second thing women do that mean absolutely nothing is going on a date with you. Going on a date with you. So just because a woman goes on a date with you, that doesn't mean she wants to fuck you. That doesn't mean she's sexually attracted to you. So a lot of guys, what happens is that they'll ask a woman out on a date, and usually the suckers and the simps, what they'll do is they'll invite a woman to dinner, you understand, and be all romantic and shit and do all of that other goofy shit. and the girl's out with them, so they think that, oh, this is going to be my next girlfriend. This could be the mother of my kids. They start thinking all this goofy shit. What I'm telling you is that a woman going on a date with you means nothing, right? Because what happens is that women will go on dates with you because they're bored. Women will go on dates with you because you're offering them dinner. Women will go on dates with you because they want attention. Women will go on dates with you because they are trying to get over their ex. Women will go on dates with you because they want some entertainment, right? So what happens is that a woman going on a date with you within itself does not mean that this woman is sexually attracted to you. Now, what happens is that if you're on a date with a chick and you know how to flirt and build sexual tension, and that woman is responding to your flirting and she's flirting back and reciprocating that energy, then that's a different story. That woman is most likely the type of woman who is sexually attracted to you and would want to make something happen. But just because a woman agrees to go on a date with you and goes on the date with you does not mean that she's actually sexually attracted to you. You understand? This is why a lot of times, you hear guys go on 2, 3, 4 dates, and then the woman will say, hey, I just don't feel the connection. I think we should just be friends. We're better as friends, right? So you'll hear that all the time. Guys will take women out. The woman will ghost them after a while. You understand it? And she still ain't even, give this nigga any pussy, right? Dudes will take women out on dinner dates. And right after the dinner date, the woman is, going to the guy she actually wants to have sex with and goes to his house and fucks him after the dinner date. You understand what I'm saying? So a woman just going on a date with you does not mean that she's sexually attracted to you. See, what happens is that when you're on the date, you're supposed to flirt and build sexual tension to see if the woman is actually sexually attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? But just because a woman shows up on a date to get drinks, to get dinner, to take a walk, whatever it is, doesn't mean that woman wants to have sex with you. So her presence there is not an indication that sex will happen. And this is why you guys need game, because a lot of guys who are surface level, they think, oh, just because a girl agreed to come see me, that means sex is around the corner. No, it does not. Because a woman could be actually sexually attracted to you at first, meet you on the date, and it's the first date, and then she realizes, okay, this guy's kind of weird. I'm not, he's giving me the ick. I'm turned off now, whatever the fuck it is. And then therefore sex won't happen. And you thought just because she was coming to the date that sex was going to happen, and that is incorrect, right? So don't, and again, see, what I'm talking about here is a lot of guys are very surface level. So when you're surface level, you think a woman just doing, shit like this, which is meeting you for a date, you think that means that the woman is ready to fuck and that you're going to have sex. That's not how it goes, buddy. I'm trying to tell you guys. So that's number 2. So going on a date with you means absolutely nothing. When you're on the date, there has to be sexual tension being built, and you have to flirt to see if the woman is actually sexually interested in you. You see what I'm saying? See, even if you were, for example, which I don't really recommend, some guys will get on the phone with a girl before the first date. So let's say it's Monday, the date is Friday, and they'll get on the phone with the girl on Tuesday or Wednesday and, talk to her for like an hour or so and getting to know her and all that other shit. Like I said, talking to the woman means nothing. And even if he talks to the woman that week and she shows up for the date, that still does not mean she wants to have sex with you. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand that shit. That's number 2. Now, number 3, and this is probably one of my favorite. The third thing we have on the list that women do that mean absolutely nothing. The third thing on the list is when a woman tells you that you're handsome. You see? So all you guys who are like, oh, it's all about looks and this and this and that. A woman telling you're handsome or you're cute, whatever, means nothing. Means nothing. See, a lot of you guys are like, oh, well, it's all about looks. Why is there so many videos on YouTube about handsome man game? Why? Like, what is that about? Matter of fact, let me pull this up. Let me see if I can find. I just want to show you guys. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube real quick. Hold on. Let me type in handsome man game. Let's look at how many things come up. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see what comes up. So handsome man's game. Handsome man's game all over the place. Let's go to 661. 661. What's popping? Who this?
What's up, and this is Jay Mars. I sent it to Miles. I sent 5.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, like I was just listening to one of your recent programs about building sexual attention, and I was gonna say, like, say you're being bold, and just trying this out the other day as I was talking to women, and you don't really have to build sexual attention when you're like bold off from the get-go, because you can see from that point on if you should keep going or not, right?
Wait, say it again. You said if you're doing what?
If you're being direct and bold, and say you tell a woman you like what's good, like, so look, like I just came over here real quick because I ain't gonna lie, like I just seen you right now, you looking like pretty sexy, like let's link up and get into some sensual activities, and then you kind of read her reaction, and if it tells you like positive or negative, you just kind of stop there, because you kind of can know, like, if she's feeding in, you keep going; if she's not, you stop. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you're supposed to see her reaction to what you're saying, to your flirting. Right.
Okay.
So that's what flirting and building sexual attention is. So when you flirt, right, what you're doing is you're introducing sexual talk, you're introducing sexual context in the situation. Right. And so what happens is that building sexual tension means that you are creating a situation where the woman is going to respond and react to your flirting, which will let you know if she's down to basically flirt back with you, to actually go back and forth with you. Now, if she within her actions is showing you that she's interested in flirting with you, right? In most cases, what that means is that she is sexually attracted to you. So therefore, because you're showing sexual intent and she's showing sexual intent, that is where the sexual tension is born. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That's what sexual tension means. It means that the situation is tense because there could be sex happening between you and the woman. Right. But you're the one who created it. You built it because you're the one who approached her. You're the one who said what you said to give her the opportunity to respond to you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And I was thinking, like, when me being bold and direct, I prefer, this is for me personally, I prefer to do that because I feel like you don't waste time. I don't have to like try to figure out no bullshit. I just can read her reaction, and then I just stop there instead of me going further. I'm like, all right, let me just go to the next side.
Real talk.
Yeah, and that's what I just learned from your program, that I know I'm not trying to even open up the game because I know you got to pay for that, but there's different levels for a reason based on your confidence. And I can see as I got more confident, I just say, like, fuck that. I'm about to just be direct. Like, so, because I already know who's with me, what type of reactions they're going to give me. And that's what I'm looking for. Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's what you got. So basically, as long as you are introducing sexual talk, flirtatious energy in the situation, that's how you build that sexual tension.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to say that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. All right. So where was we at on this thing? Hold on. So hold on. Where's this thing at? Yeah. So I wanted to just show real quick. Where is the other one? So I could blow this up more. Right. So there we go. So this is what I was talking about. Look, all of these videos, handsome men's game, handsome men's game, handsome men's game. You understand what I'm saying? All of these videos about handsome men's game. Right? So now, the thing is this, is that if a woman telling you was handsome was the thing that just, oh, well, she said I'm handsome, so I'm automatically getting some buns, right? Then you wouldn't need all these videos trying to teach these handsome men how to attract women. So what I'm telling you is when a woman tells you you're handsome, it means nothing. And when I say it means nothing, what I'm saying is that in the grand scheme of things, she still has to take action to make sex happen. You understand? And just because a woman says you're handsome does not mean that you're going to have sex with that woman. Sometimes a woman thinks you're handsome, but she don't want to fuck you because she's not sexually attracted to you, right? Sometimes a woman is telling you you're handsome because she just likes the fact that you're going to have a conversation with her and interact with her, and she just likes to talk. See, a lot of guys get confused about this, even on, online. Like, for example, I remember when Jeremy Meeks was popular, back in the day. And for those who don't know who Jeremy Meeks is, you can look him up. He was this guy got arrested and they put his mugshot out. And then all these girls were like, oh my God, he's so hot and this and this and that. And they're like, oh, I would do this and do that and do this and do that and do this and do that. Right? A lot of times what happens is women will talk about what they would do and what they like and all this other shit and how handsome the guy is and how fine he is and all this other stuff. And they still won't actually take action to do anything because talk is cheap. The woman can say anything. When it comes down to actually making something happen, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. You understand? Like I did a video like maybe 2 years ago where I showed the messages from my online dating, on Tinder or whatever it was, where all the girls who were texting me talking about, hey, handsome, hey, sexy, hey, handsome, all that other shit, right? And 99% of those women, I didn't have sex with. So what was the point of all these women telling me I'm handsome if it didn't equate to us fucking? What difference did it make? You see what I'm saying? See, the problem with a lot of guys out there is because, remember, so many guys, they don't get attention from women. They have a hard time in the dating game. They're thirsty, right? And they don't love themselves. So, truth be told, most guys don't even really care about the sex. Right? Now, I'm not saying that they don't want to have sex. What I'm saying is that they care more about a woman thinking they're handsome. That's why so many guys, are worried about looks, because most guys are worried about looks because they want a woman to desire them. They want a woman to say they're cute, they're handsome, they're fine. They want to hear women say that because they think that if a woman thinks this, then they are able to attain women and get women, right? But the problem is that the reason why they want the woman to think they're handsome and good looking and all this other stuff is because they want to feed their ego. Because see, when you don't love yourself and you're insecure, what happens is that you want validation. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these motherfuckers want validation. That's why they care so much about women telling them they're handsome. But what I'm telling you, it means absolutely nothing. Nothing. Like, you're not going to get more sex because women say you're handsome. It's not going to happen. You get more sex by putting in more work, right? That's how it works. You're not going to have sex easier because you're handsome. You got to put in the work to get the sex. Because when a woman says you're handsome, again, it doesn't mean she's sexually attracted to you. And even if you think you're handsome, guess what? There's other women who don't think you're handsome. And there's other women who may think you're handsome, but you are not their type of handsome. You see what I'm saying? See, the illusion is that guys who are handsome have it easier. That's an illusion. And what happens is that guys who think that they are physically unattractive, right? They envy guys who they think are better looking than them, and they assume that those guys have it easier. That's how losers think. See, all these black pill motherfuckers are losers. You understand? All these niggas concerned with all the gym maxing and the looks maxing, losers. You understand? Because a loser is always going to look at shit through a loser's lens. You understand what I'm saying? So the loser is like, I'm a loser, I'm ugly, women don't want me. So if I looked like that guy, things will be easier. And because I don't look like that guy, that's why shit's hard for me. You understand what I'm saying? They think these niggas got on easy mode, but what I'm saying is that this shit means absolutely nothing. A woman saying that you are handsome. So that's number 3. Now, let's move on to number 4. So the 4th thing we got on the list of things women do that mean absolutely nothing, and this is a fan favorite right here. The 4th thing that women do that mean absolutely nothing is give you choosing signals. Let's take this call real quick. 786, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, This is Joshua.
Joshua, what's going on? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. It should be understand.
Okay, I got you. So what's going on?
I got a quick question for you. So this past week I set up a date with somebody I had met last week, and we set it for Friday. Today she hit me up basically saying,
"Wait, go ahead. You was cutting out. Say it again. You said she hit you up today, and what happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Go ahead.
Yeah, she hit me up basically saying that she wanted that work is asking her to stay a little bit longer on Friday. So she wants to change the location of wherever we're going to somewhere closer to where she stays, so that way she doesn't have to rush. And I know how, like, I don't mind.
Okay, and what happened? So she says,
I don't mind, but I don't mind compromising, but I'm not going to compromise to where it's like inconvenient for me. I gotta drive.
No, you say you don't mind compromising. No compromising. None. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean you don't mind compromising? But okay, so she said, so you guys supposed to meet Friday at what time?
Friday at 7 p.m.
Okay, so now she says she has to work later, so she wants to change the place that's near to where she's at because she has to work later?
Yeah, so we stay in Miami, so what she's saying is that she lives in another city, like 30, 40 minutes away from Miami, so she's saying she won't make it on time by 7, all the way from where she's at to have to drive down to Miami.
And so that's why she said
asking.
So that's why she says she wants to change the date.
Yeah, she's basically asking, can we change the location to somewhere closer to where she's at, so that way she can get home, get ready, and whatever. But then now I'd have to go out my way. So I don't know. I probably would have to pick something in between both of us, or
no. This is what you tell her.
Yeah.
You say, hey, seems like your schedule is, not allowing us to meet at the time. So what we can do is this. You check your schedule and let me know when you know that you're free. And then we'll set up another time. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. What's happening most likely is this chick not really feeling you like that. And so she's trying to change the plans and make it easier for her because she's not that interested in going all out for you or going to see you where you're at. You feel what I'm saying? And also, exactly, April said in the chat, she's like, change the time, not the place. Why is it that, see, notice how she's saying, I'm not going to make it there in time, but she wants to change the place. It don't make no sense for her to change the place when the time could just be changed, right? Because notice she didn't say, oh, hey, I'm actually working a little late. I'm not going to be able to make it at 7, but can I meet you? Is it possible I can meet you at 7:30 or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to change the entire fucking situation. You see what I'm saying? But
right.
But this is the thing.
Okay.
Whenever you're say it again.
Oh no, my bad. I think there's a delay. But so you're saying she's trying to make it as easy as or as convenient as possible for herself,
right?
Not really,
right?
Not really for me, but for herself, basically.
Right, exactly. Which means that she doesn't have high interest. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not really.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is cancel the date. Tell her to get back to you when she knows she's free. Because when you told her 7:00, she said she could make that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And now all of a sudden, oh, I got to work and this and this and that. So be like, let me know a day that you are free from work or a day that you know that you're free, that you can make it when I tell you to make it here. Right now, this is what's most likely going to happen. What's most likely going to happen is you're never going to hear from this woman again. You understand what I'm saying? Which means that she's not actually interested. Which means that you are not going to be wasting your time meeting some random chick halfway. You understand what I'm saying?
So, no, I feel what you're saying. So don't even worry about changing the time. Just let her know to hit me up when on a day that works for her.
Yeah, tell her to hit you up on a day where she doesn't have any plans, so that y'all guys can get together and make it happen. So you'll say, hey, hit me up when you know that you have a free day so that we can meet up. And then I'll set up the time and we'll meet up on that day.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? That's it. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, don't listen. Remember, whenever you are setting dates or making shit happen in these situations, right? You have what you have set up, and then she has to figure out how to make it happen. And if she's not going to figure out how to make it happen, right, then you just keep that shit pushing.
No.
Do not switch up, compromise, meet her halfway, do all that other goofy shit. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that type of shit.
Yeah. That's a lot of extra work, man.
Right. No, it's not a lot of extra work. You know what's more work? More work is, going halfway, meeting up with a chick who's not really feeling you, spending your money on a chick who ain't really feeling you. You feel what I'm saying? And doing all that other extra stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's way more work versus, hey, listen, I'm going to let you go. And so what's going to happen is it's going to be revealed to me whether or not you're really about making shit happen. That's it.
That makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Don't worry about that shit. Yeah, listen, stop giving these women leeway. When a woman is feeling you, she's going to come through. You understand? I've had chicks. I remember this one chick, she traveled like an hour and a half to see me for like 30 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So she traveled an hour and a half to see me for 30 minutes and then an hour and a half back. So all of this other extra, it's too far. No, if she ain't trying to do it, then keep the shit pushing. That's it.
Respect.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, Al.
I appreciate the call, fam. Yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, stop going all out for these women, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because remember, this is you guys going on first dates with these chicks, and you're in a situation where y'all are like, oh, let me meet you halfway and, do all this concessions for you. Hell the fuck no. We good. We are good. All right, so let's go back into this. So we were up to number 4. And the fourth thing women do that mean absolutely nothing is, giving you choosing signals. Now, I've talked about this a million fucking times. A lot of guys, they rely and bank on choosing signals. They're like, oh man, I'm not going to talk to no girl unless she give me a choosing signal. First of all, most guys are not going to get choosing signals ever. That's one. 2, Choosing signals means that the woman is checking you out based on her own assumption of who she thinks you are, right? So that means that she still has to interact with you and then choose you again. So she has to see if she actually likes who you actually are versus who she thinks you are. So when a woman is giving you a choosing signal, she's choosing you based on who she thinks you are. You understand what I'm saying? And so once she interacts with you for real, then she gets a taste of who you actually are in the situation, which means she has to choose again. This is why a lot of times when a dude gets a choosing signal and then they, meet and they interact with each other, the shit can not work out. You understand what I'm saying? So I've had situations where the chick could give me a choosing signal and we talk, and then after that conversation, oh yeah, this ain't working out. This is not working out, because in her mind, she was looking at me like I could be her next husband, right? But I'm looking at her like she could be the next chick that just gets smashed. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not on the same page. So what difference did it make that she gave me the choosing signal? Again, it means nothing. You see what I'm saying? So again, the only thing that means anything is if you're leading the woman and she's following your lead in the direction of sex. That is the only thing that matters. You understand? So when you first meet women, the only thing that matters is you're leading her in the direction of sex and she's following. That's it. All this other shit you guys are looking for mean nothing. You're wasting time. Oh, well, I'm waiting for a woman to give me choosing signals. Nigga, are you stupid? So she give you the choosing signal, you walk up to her, y'all talk, and the shit go nowhere. What the fuck? So you waited for that? Are you insane? Are you dumb? You think just because a woman is checking you out that she actually is into you when she don't even know who you are? Y'all haven't even, listen, when a woman gives you a choosing signal, you don't just walk up to her, stand there, say nothing, and she just stares at you all day, right? You have to talk. You have to see if shit is gonna go down. Sometimes a woman ain't even giving you a choosing signal. She just liked the way you dress. You remind her of her cousin or some shit. Man, that guy over there really looks like Bob. You understand? Like, what the and you're thinking this chick is checking you out. You understand? And the funny part is, in a lot of cases, right, unless you're getting see, this is the thing. All choosing signals aren't created equal, meaning that you can have a chick who is giving you a choosing signal because she's just checking you out because she thinks you look good and, she thinks you're handsome or whatever. And let's say she's checking you out from across the room. Then you have choosing signals where women are, giving you that look like they're lusting after you, right? Which is the one that most guys don't get. You understand what I'm saying? I've had that a few times. And if a woman actually does that, if for most guys, that'll make you uncomfortable. So that's how you know you haven't had it, because if you have had it, you would understand how you could feel uncomfortable with that shit, right? In a lot of cases, because you're not used to it, it hardly ever happens, right? And so if that actually happened to you, you would have been in a situation where you would have been like, oh yeah, that was the look. You feel what I'm saying? She gets a look, right? Then there's a choosing signal where the woman is giving you the choosing signal because you're her next victim. You understand? You're her next victim. You're the next guy that she's going to use for money. You're the next guy that she's going to use to pay her rent. You understand? And guys are so stupid when it comes to this, because usually when that happen, it's usually a chick who's conventionally attractive giving a guy a choosing signal who usually wouldn't even get choosing signals. And he don't know what to do with himself. This really hot girl is giving him choosing signals, even though he's the type of guy who's a fucking loser. You see how dumb guys are? Yo, guys are so stupid that they're like, I'm scared to approach women, right? I don't have any social skills. I'm not really that attractive, but for some reason, this bad bitch over here is giving me choosing signals. You don't find that suspicious? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't find that suspicious, right? And then what's going to happen is, because that girl is so hot, she's going to basically dog walk this idiot because he's waiting for choosing signals like a fucking moron. You understand? And he didn't realize that he's the type of guy that isn't attractive. When I say isn't attractive, I'm not talking about his looks. I'm talking about he's the type of guy who is not masculine, who's not dominant. He's not the type of guy who has social skills. He's not the type of guy who's confident. So how all of a sudden you're this guy who's a loser, but all of a sudden this really hot girl who's attractive wants you? Why? You see what I'm saying? But again, if you don't have game, you're not going to understand this. You're going to get caught up with some chick who don't really like you, but she's going to play games with you because you're an idiot. She's going to use you for all your resources, and then she's going to drop you like a bad habit, and you're going to feel some type of way. Oh my God, I love the game. I love it. Now, let's move on, because we're not going to be here all day. We're going to wrap this up in maybe 15, 20 minutes. So we're up to number 5. So the 5th thing that women do that mean absolutely nothing, and this might confuse you guys too, but I'm going to break it down. The 5th thing that women do that I mean absolutely nothing is touching you. Touching you. See, like, Locario, but wait a second. If she's touching me, doesn't that mean she's like sexually attracted to me and, she's touching me and that means she like really wants me? No. See, you guys have to understand context. See, if a woman is touching you, right, without you leading her to touch you, then it doesn't matter. It means nothing, right? So let's say, for example, you're at a, house party, an event, whatever, you're hanging out with your social circle or whatever it is like that. And one of your friends introduce you to, Jessica over here. And Jessica, she's talking to you, remember, talking, and you're thinking that, oh, she's talking to me, she must like me, right? Oh, Jessica gave me choosing signals. She must be attracted to me. So now Jessica is talking to you because you're giving her attention. And then she's laughing at your goofy ass jokes or whatever the fuck you're saying. And then she's slightly like, tapping you on your shoulder. Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh my God, do you work out? She's like grabbing your muscles a little bit. And so you think that Jessica is into you because she's touching you, right? But what you have to understand is that Jessica's only touching you because she likes the attention, the non-sexual attention that you're giving her. And she's just touching you in order to get more non-sexual attention. See, touching only matters when you lead the interaction, you flirt, build sexual tension, and then she responds to your leadership by touching you. You understand? That's the only time touching matters, when she's touching you based on you creating the situation for her to respond to you, and her response is touching. But if a woman just touches you on her own without you leading her to touch you, it means nothing. This is what you guys have to understand. See, whenever a woman is doing anything without you prompting her, without you leading her to do that thing, without you telling her to do it, when a woman is doing anything without it being in response to your leadership, right, it means nothing, because that means that the woman is doing it based on her agenda. This is what I keep trying to tell you guys. So do not get fooled by this, because a lot of you guys are going to get fooled by this type of shit. And this is where you guys can get played. This is where women will lead you down a road to hell. Because you're going to be thinking that, oh, this woman likes me. I like her. She's hot. I want to have sex with her. And she got you spending a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Sex is not happening. She's telling you all the stories about how she's not the type of girl. I got to get to know you. You know, I just don't do those type of things. And you're dumbass because, you know, you listen to like, you know, the red pill and all this other goofy shit on the internet. You think, oh, she's one of those good girls. She's not a 304. So she's a good girl that I got. And then so she drags you along with her bullshit. And then she'll lightly touch you. She'll grab your arm. She'll put her arm around you. She'll do all this other shit to make you think sex is around the corner. But it's not. You understand what I'm saying? In most cases. So that's number 5. So number 5 is touching you. Now, let's move on to number 6. The number 6 thing a woman does is when a woman introduces you to her friends. When a woman introduces you to her friends, means absolutely nothing. Especially when you're in a situation where you're first meeting a woman. Let's say you hollering at a chick at a bar, club, whatever, and she introduced you to all her friends. A lot of times she might be introducing you to her friends so that you can buy the friends drinks. So that you can, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you know, let me see, you know, what I can get this guy to do for me and my friends. Let's go to 470. 470. What's popping? Who this? 470. 470. What's going on?
Yeah, what's good, Locario? This is Rain. I donated to Miles.
All right. So what's going on with you?
All right. Yeah. So basically, my question is, how have you remained so consistent over the years with teaching game and just like in your personal and life in general for you? Is that like a secret to consistency?
Well,
like, that's my question.
Well, this is the thing: is the secret to consistency is to just be a man of your word. You understand what I'm saying? That's really it, right? So,
yeah.
So this is the thing. It's like you tie your masculine identity. Shout out to Miles, right? To how you interact with the world. So you say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm about. This is who I am. And I just keep going in that direction. You understand what I'm saying? And I do it based on me, and I'm not influenced to not do it or to switch up or to go this way based on anyone else. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that you gotta have 100% belief in yourself in order to be consistent. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you don't believe in yourself, then you're going to be inconsistent. And that's what a lot of guys do.
Your word.
Right. The thing is, you have to. So this is the thing. When you don't believe in who you are, you're going to be inconsistent because you're going to always be chasing all these other things to find out who you are. You're going to be trying to define yourself by all these other things that you're chasing. Right. But what happens is that you define who you are and then let things adjust to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the problem is that the reason why most people are inconsistent is because they're trying to figure themselves out through doing all these other things and chasing all these other things and chasing validation through all these other people, places, things, circumstances, whatever it is like that. Instead of them saying, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is what I like to do. And I do it my way. And I let everything around me shape the way that I need it to do. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly, Joe Bass. Rekka is a prime example of this. Rekka is so inconsistent because he is searching for who he is by jumping from this thing to that thing and this thing to that thing, instead of him sitting down and saying, hey, this is what I am. This is what I want. This is what I want to do, and sticking to that regardless. That's why I tell you guys, see, it's like this, right? If you're dealing with a woman, let's say we're just talking about women, right? What happens is the reason why it's so hard for guys to be consistent is because they switch up based on the attractiveness of the woman. Like, oh, well, she's hot, so I'm going to do something different with her, right? Being consistent is saying, I believe in who I am, and I'm not doing shit different for any woman. You understand? Every woman has to basically bend to my program, because this is my program is consistent. You see what I'm saying? Like, I do the shit this way all the time. You see what I'm saying? And what happens is once you start to understand that, internalize that, and grasp onto that, you understand how valuable you are. And then therefore you're going to be consistent in that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. I was mainly asking in like the business aspect. 'Cause I know obviously you're hella consistent when it comes to your live streams and your business. But I also do know how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're inconsistent with women, then you're most likely going to be inconsistent in the business fashion as well. So, like, how does that relate to business? That's kind of like that was really my main question.
Well, for business is really the thing is that
following your routine, even showing up in the gym every day, like stuff like that.
Right. Well, the thing is so a lot of times people say how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? But this is the key though. And I talked about this before. It's not necessarily how you do one thing is how you do everything. It's how you do things that you like to do is how you do things that you like to do in all areas. How you do things that you don't like to do is how you do things that you don't like to do in all other areas. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning, so I say that to say this. If you're talking about business, right? In order for you to be consistent in business, there has to be part of you that likes what you're doing in the business. You understand? So that you can be consistent with doing that. Because if you don't like it, then you're going to treat that how you treat other things you don't like. So for example, let's say a person doesn't like to go to the gym, right? So what'll happen is they might go to the gym sometimes, but they're going to be more inconsistent with the gym. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they don't like to really do it. Right. And so that means that every other thing they really don't like to do, they're going to be inconsistent. So if you don't really like to go to the gym and you're inconsistent, if you don't like the business that you are actually, involved in, you're going to be inconsistent with that because that's how you do things that you're inconsistent with. Is like, well, I don't like this. So I'm kind of sometimey with it. So whatever business that you're doing, you still have to have a certain level of, I actually like to do this or else you're not going to do it, which is going to cause you to be inconsistent. Now, if you get really successful in business and let's say you start making a lot of money, there might be a time where you can make your money, make you other money in other areas that you may not necessarily like, but your money's doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you. But if you're just starting out and you're trying to build something, you have to be consistent, extremely consistent with it. And the only way to do that is that you actually have to have some sort of passion or energy towards doing it, or you're not going to do it. You're going to be very inconsistent with it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But but to be successful, you have to do the things you don't necessarily want to do all the time. So can that be confused with laziness? Like,
no. This is the thing. You may be. This is the thing. You may have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do, but it still has to be under the umbrella of what you like doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like, it's just like, for example, like in a relationship between men and women, if a person is in a relationship with someone they love, they may do something that they may not necessarily want to do at the moment, but regardless, they love the person that they're with and they're doing that. You see what I'm saying? That's different than doing things consistently that you don't want to do. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that, let's say, for example, you were into, like making clothes, right? And you sell clothes and that's your business, right? So you like selling clothes, you love clothes, you love the business of selling clothes, but you're like, damn, I don't feel like designing this shirt today. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you may not feel like it, you still do it, but you deep down don't want to do it right now, but you're still doing the thing you love to do, even though you don't feel like it. That's different than you doing a business where you're like, oh, well, man, let's say you're doing a business where you're making fucking cupcakes. And you're like, man, I hate fucking doing cupcakes and cooking. And you see what I'm saying? That's not going to work out for you. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not something you're actually motivated to do. You see what I mean? Because this is the thing. Business, when you're actually doing business is very difficult, especially when you're a small business and you're trying to come up. It's very difficult to succeed, right? And so what happens is you have to have some motivation and passion behind doing it, because the difficult parts are the things that's going to make you want to quit and say, fuck all of this shit. But because you actually enjoy it overall, that's the thing that's going to make you want to like stick with it. You see what I'm saying? To become successful. You see what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So you're saying basically having the ability to be consistent is a part of the thing that you're doing. You have to have a certain passion and love for what you're doing.
Right. Because other than that, you ain't going to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's way too much work for you to just do it just because. You understand what I'm saying? Because even example, you might start a business. Like for example, when I started this business, right? I didn't make any money for 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine me doing all this stuff for 5 years, making no money. You think I would have been quit long time ago. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that I actually liked what I was doing, so that kept me going because I actually enjoyed the work within the business that I was creating. You see what I'm saying? But if I hated it, I'd have freaking quit probably the first year. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it got to be a little bit of now. If let's say you start making millions of dollars, and let's say you want to get into real estate, but you don't really like real estate, you could just hire somebody to help you with this and put some money here, and it's not. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you can do that after the fact. But when you're first trying to build the shit, something you got to actually really have some sort of you know what I'm saying? Like some sort of like I like doing this, or else you're gonna be like, man, fuck all this bullshit.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I get what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, caller. Appreciate the call, fam. All right, so let's wrap this up real quick. I got that last one. So number 6, I said was introducing you to her friends. A lot of times, especially at the beginning, that chick is just doing this shit so that she can basically either show you off to her friends, because sometimes women will do that, right? They're just trying to use you like, oh, look at this guy I got here sweating me, buying me shit, doing whatever, right? Or when you first meet her, she tries to get you to do shit for her friends. You feel what I'm saying? So that could also happen. Now, let's move on to the last one. Shout out to K Zaggin in the building. This says most guys are used to dealing with women who aren't passionate about dealing with them, which is why the women are you see? So when you guys are dealing with women who aren't really feeling you like that, they're definitely going to be inconsistent. Like women who really feel you, they are consistent like a motherfucker. They are consistent like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Consistent. Like, you know what's funny though? It's the interesting part about this is that, see, one of the biggest reasons why men and women are so frustrated with dating and the dating game and relationships and shit is because men and women are dealing with people who they are not compatible with. You understand what I'm saying? They're dealing with people who they're not compatible with. Because what happens is when you're dealing with someone you're compatible with and you actually like these two people actually like each other and they're compatible, the shit is so smooth. Right? Because the woman is super consistent, submissive, pleasant to be around. And that right there will make the guy, you understand what I'm saying, want to actually be on some real consistent shit with the woman. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's feeling him and he's feeling her and they're basically compatible and things are actually, you know what I'm saying, moving in that direction, the shit flows smooth. The problem is that you'll have a woman dealing with a guy she don't really like. The guy's feeling her, but she's not really feeling him. So she's going to be inconsistent and uncooperative. Or vice versa. You have a woman who's feeling a guy, but the guy's not really feeling her. So he's kind of all over the place. He just, fucks her and chucks her, kind of treats her like shit and all this other stuff. So then you have two people who are in a situation or people in a situation where one person doesn't really like the other, and so it's not compatible, and then somebody's going to be just sort of like taking advantage of the other person. The other person who's getting taken advantage of is going to feel some type of way. They get bitter. The person who fucking, you understand what I'm saying, is the one taking advantage of the person is, not satisfied because they're with a person they don't really want to be with. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You said, is it a possibility that some dudes run into inconsistent women because the guy themselves are inconsistent? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because what happens is that if the guy is inconsistent and the woman is interested in him, she's going to start to be inconsistent too, because she's like, well, this motherfucker's playing games. So I'm going to either play games too, I'm going to fall back, and it's just going to, it's going to fizzle out. You see what I'm saying? But let's move on to number 7. So we're up to the 7th thing women do that mean absolutely nothing. And the 7th thing, and this happens a lot to guys. The 7th thing is a woman coming over your house. So a woman coming over your house means absolutely nothing. And see, some guys think just because a woman is coming to their house that sex is going to happen. No, sir. This is why you have a lot of times women will come over to the crib and they'll Netflix and chill, but no sex happens. She'll tell you, oh, I thought we were just hanging out. Oh, I'm not the type of girl, like, we got to get to know, like, so guys will be frustrated because the girl's coming over and nothing happens because they just assume that shit was going to happen. But see, the thing is this, is that if a woman's coming over your house, right, and you have game, you'd already know that she's coming over the house to get the D because you would have already built sexual tension. That girl would have showed you she was sexually interested in you, and you would know the signs that a woman is actually wanting to have sex with you, right? Guys who don't have game, they don't understand when a woman is just using them. They don't understand that a woman is not sexually attracted to them. They invite the woman over the house, and the woman's, she's like, what do you sex? What do you mean sex? What is that? I've never heard of such things. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it. And you're confused. You're like, well, why she come over and she ain't trying to get it in? But you didn't realize you invited a woman over who's not interested in you sexually. You understand? And you didn't realize the woman wasn't interested in you sexually because you ain't got no fucking game. So you were led on by an attention whore. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand that guys with game know when a woman is sexually interested in them. And what you could do is that before a chick comes over your crib, right, you should let her know, hey, when you come over, this is what I want to do. I want us to go to my room, take off all our clothes. We're going to be all over each other. We're going to be having like such great, passionate sex. It's going to be amazing, right? You tell her any type of thing that lets her know that you guys are going to have sex. Now, once she says, well, I don't want to do that type of stuff. I'm just trying to get to know you. Then you say, hey, listen, I understand, but stay your ass home. That's it. That's it. Stay your ass home. You understand what I'm saying? Stay your ass home. You see? So now you don't got a chick over wasting your time. Now, check this out. Let's say the girl agrees to actually have sex with you. Or, and she comes over to the crib and she gets in there and then she changes her mind, right? And he say, hey, no problem. Listen, it was good seeing you. And then you politely escort her out, do this nicely. You walk her to her car or, walk her outside, wait for her to get her Uber or whatever it is. And then you send her on her way. But do it nicely. That's it. And see, when you guys invite women over to the crib, don't spend an hour watching Netflix. Don't spend 45 minutes talking. You should be getting sexual within the first 5 minutes. And the reason why you want to do that is because if the girl is not wanting to do that, you will know in the first 5 minutes. So that means that you can escort her out within the first 5 minutes. So therefore, she doesn't waste the whole hour and she's only been there for 5 minutes. But do it nicely, escort her out nicely. Like, listen, you know what? I agree that we shouldn't do this tonight, and I respect the fact that you don't want to do this. Let me walk you to your car. Maybe we can do this another time. Just do it nicely. That's it. Let me answer some of these questions and we're going to wrap this up. So this says, does a woman saying should be fine at 3:00 about a date and time you give her to meet up? Does that mean no? Well, that's not a yes. You gotta be like, hey, I need a yes or a no. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, guys, don't be afraid to tell these women that they got to give you a definitive answer, because women be like, oh yeah, that sounds like it could work. That seems okay. Or they give you a thumbs up or some shit. No. Can you meet me at 3? You understand? Yes or no? I need a yes. I need a confirmation. You understand what I'm saying? She's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe. No maybes. Yes or no? Do older women get with younger men because they are immature and don't have enough game to get with men around their age? No. No. Do you have older women who get with younger men because you got younger men who got stamina? They be having the stamina. Listen, I remember I went to, this is so stupid. I went to a fucking orgy, okay? And I went with a girl that I used to hook up with. We went to the orgy and there's probably 150 people there. And so, they had this big room and they got a bunch of condoms and mats and shit and everybody's getting down and all this other shit. And so I'm in my corner fucking with this random chick, right? And then next to me, maybe a foot or 2 feet away from me, there's this fucking young dude, had to be 21, 22 or some shit. And this nigga's fucking this girl next to me. And he's fucking the shit out of her. This nigga got mad energy and shit. And this nigga looked like I'm doing what I'm doing with the chick. I look over, I see this nigga. And this nigga fucking gives me the fucking thumbs up and a wink. And I'm like, what? And mind you, I'm looking at this nigga I'm jealous that this young nigga got all this energy. I'm just like, what the fuck? What? How? But again, this is why older women will fuck with younger dudes. Because they got all that energy. The stamina is ridiculous. So that's why they're going to fuck with them. You understand? That's what happens. They got that stamina. All right, so this says, what would you consider the equivalent of wanting to be handsome, but instead of handsome, I need to be more charismatic? What? I don't know what you're saying. You gotta rephrase that. I'm confused. He said in TWTL by The Way to Love. I was like, what are you talking about? By Anthony DeMello. He talked about self-fulfillment and soul feelings. Can you explain how self-fulfillment and soul feelings intertwine with each other? So basically what he was saying is that when he's talking about a soul feeling, he's talking about the feeling you get when you are in touch with nature, right? So a lot of people are so caught up in the everyday things and worrying about a bunch of societal stuff. And what he's saying is that when you're living in the now and you're just in touch with the fact that you are connected to everything, you sort of have that feeling in your soul of I understand that, I'm one with all of the things, right? And then so the thing is with self-fulfillment is that it's just you having an awareness of who you are, having that awareness and just being aware of the moment, being aware of you in the situation that you're in. You see what I'm saying? But that's a good book. You should definitely, I suggest all you guys Check out The Way to Love by Anthony DeMello. That book will change your fucking life. You feel what I'm saying? It says, what about a woman that touched you that you smashed already? Well, this is the thing. If you already smashed her, then you've already touched her in a lot of different places. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a woman, random woman that you just met, and she's interacting with you and she's touching you based on her doing it on her own. So are you saying that a woman approaching you about her interest means nothing, or is it nothing unless you create the interaction to go where you want it to go? I say that because I've done that. So what I'm saying is that if a woman approaches you, right, it means nothing because you haven't told her what you want yet. You understand? So let's just say, for sake of argument, I only want to deal with women who I tie up and fuck in the ass, right? Let's just say that that's what I like to do. So the woman's approaching me because, or talking to me or checking me out or giving me choosing whatever, because she wants to date and she wants some guy to court her. But I'm just trying to fuck women in the ass while they're tied up. So her approaching me means nothing because nothing's going to happen between us. So what difference did it make that she approached me or not? We still not going to get together. You understand what I'm saying? So what the fuck is the point? Does being consistent include texting you on time? What do you mean texting on time? What does that mean? I mean, you gotta elaborate. It says, why should you flirt instead of just saying what you want from a woman when you approach her? Because flirting is when you're introducing sex into the conversation or interaction. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. If you are talking to a woman, right, and you just say to her, like y'all having a conversation, regular conversation, and you just say to her, hey, let's go back to my place because I want to fuck you, right? That's not really flirting. You understand what I'm saying? You're just like saying what you want to happen. But what happens is that when you flirt and you're building sexual tension, right? What you're doing is that you're creating a scenario and a situation where the woman is feeling, it's like when Steve says marinating, right? So Steve, for example, he'll marinate the pussy a lot on the back end. You understand what I'm saying? I'll marinate on the front end. But either way, what happens is that you're enticing the chick to want to make something happen, because you guys got to understand something. Part of what makes the sexual situation like interesting is not just the action of sex. It's not just the dick going in the pussy. It's everything that happens and led up to that. You understand? This is why even approaching a woman is important, because you approaching a woman, you going over and approaching her is part of the entire situation. That's why a lot of guys right now talking about, well, I'm not going to approach women and I don't approach women anymore. And, I'm going to stop approaching women, right? You're taking away part of what makes you sexually appealing. You understand what I'm saying? K-Zach said, I hate when guys question the lesson. Stop questioning the lesson. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, you're approaching the woman is part of what makes you sexually appealing, right? The fact that you approach her, right? You say what you say, you're flirting, you're building that sexual tension. All those things is part of the entire situation. You understand? Like I remember Miles was talking about this. He was like, sex happens as soon as I open my mouth, as soon as we start talking. This is why, when people talk about foreplay and all that other shit, right? It's like, usually when you have sex, usually when people have sex, they don't just you don't just fucking take the clothes off, spit on your dick, and then just shove it in. You understand what I'm saying? In most cases. Now, some people could do that in certain times, but in most cases, that's not how it happens. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that there's still the process of how that goes down and how it goes along. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But let me see, where are we at? I think that's all the questions Perfect. All right, cool. So guys, listen, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, and cunninghamelements.com. Make sure you guys, check out all those .coms, get that shit cracking. And that is pretty much it. So I'll be on tomorrow. Hold on, let me answer this one question. Does it matter what your girlfriend does that has nothing to do with you? Let's say she used to be disciplined and trained, but now she doesn't work out anymore. So you're saying, does it matter if your girlfriend does it matter what your girlfriend does that has nothing to do with you? So you're saying that if she was trained, but now she doesn't work out anymore. Well, this is the thing. If, let's say, for example, if her not working out anymore or her not training or whatever, her body changes because of that, and then now you're not attracted to her body anymore because of that, then that could be an issue. You see what I'm saying? But if something like that is not occurring as far as like her body not changing and you're not being less attracted to her physically or sexually, then it shouldn't be an issue. You see what I'm saying? So if it doesn't directly affect you, then if it doesn't directly affect you, it's fine. If it does directly affect you or the situation, then that could be an issue. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I will holler at you guys tomorrow. And remember, people, the truth is inside you, and I am out of here. Peace. I'm gone. Later.
Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. You fuck around, you watch your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck. These cats, they be talking, but they don't be walking it. All of it's marketed, on again, off again. Nothing they're offering, unzip the cardigan. Went in it and gave me the cardigan. Then they start partying, these niggas ain't serious artists, and they ain't about their business. So I'm a mind bind. It's grind time. I said fine wine with a dime, 9 or 8. It's late, I gotta skate, cause this guy's high on dope, offering me coke, don't wanna try lines. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Get on your grind, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You must be out your mind, boy. Your life is on the line, boy. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. You fuck around, you watch your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck. Their time they just wasting it. Life is a test and I'm acing it. They talking shit, I take their shit and rubbing their face in it. They mad, they raising their voice, I tell them put some bass in it. They call me a nigga, I'm like, why you putting race in it? They mad I'm fucking they bitch and she says she like tasting it. They bitch be bitching to them, but when they with me, they submit. Y'all on that little boy shit, these niggas out here, they a bitch. These niggas ain't really gay, all they can say is hated it. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Get on your grind, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You must be out your mind, boy. Your life is on the line, boy. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. Fuck around, you out your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck.